Okay, welcome back to Whithering Rooms. Last video I was in the hallway, but I died. Uh, and I thought I could load, but you can't. You can only save and exit, so I just went ahead with the death, so this doesn't really affect you that much. But it took us back to like this hub room, I guess, so we'll explore this. They did leave us a present, so let's see what's this. Dummy spell. Summons a lifelike dummy of the caster, which will attract enemy attention until it is destroyed. Health of the dummy scales with spell damage. Oh. I call upon Ram to assist me in deceiving my enemies. 15 curse damage to caster, so it does curse us if we use it. Am I holding? How do you switch? You just do it through this. Oh, I lost the knife? Okay. I lost the butcher knife. Dislodged pipe. Slow but good for giving an undead monster the severe beating it deserves. Okay, we got a new weapon then. Okay. I guess you lose your weapon every time you die. And that clock is in a different spot, so I guess that's what she meant by the rooms shifting or whatever. I don't know what word she used, but... Okay, we got a bottle. Some more crafting stuff. An unnerving yet harmless child's doll. Placed to create a distraction or draw attention to something. Lucky that you brought these dolls with you, Priscilla. The fire consumed all of my old toys. Had I been more nostalgic when we moved, perhaps they would have been saved. Okay, so it's like a decoy. Okay, this lets you like walk through stuff. A gnarled magical twig, somewhat hot to the touch. Snap it to become a spirit for 5 seconds. Spirit cannot be seen and are completely invulnerable. Whenever I'm concerned or overwhelmed, I just snap the twig and sneak away. Okay. Well, she made it seem like she could just walk through everything. Okay, so she is like a recurring enemy. How do you... Oh, it's square. Okay. I love the sound effects. Have you read this? No. Mostyn House, situated on a hill in Monmouth between St. Ellie's Church and Brinbach Abbey's ruins, has a fascinating and tragic story. Built by coal magnate Alfred Mostyn in 1869, the house was initially designed as a country getaway before a series of terrible events led to it becoming the private residence of an American doctor, a cholera clinic, and finally a mental asylum. Oh, that's just one page. There wasn't anything to like, there was like no turn page button. Okay, so this is a room I looked in when I died. So what happened was I walked into the room too early and then he noticed me. And then I ran out. And then when I went out, literally all the enemies in the level were there to attack me. Please don't notice.
Lord Mostyn won't like this.
Okay, so he can go through different rooms. Crescent ring. A ring with a crescent moon painted on it. Moderately boosts spell damage. A dear price must be paid for power. That's a lesson you would have learned in the real world had you survived. So she's a, let's close the door. She's a witch, I guess, if she can use spells. Keep a unique kit packed with healing items, unless just using, oh shit.
What to do? What to do? How long has it been?
Please don't notice me. Okay. I guess we'll do that with the mirror.
What is this place? I forgot to set the traps.
Nope.
Priscilla?
Okay, I guess I didn't notice that. I don't know what the mirror does. Does it
So many
do
years.
something to the enemies?
She wouldn't dare. Ah, got you now. Hold still now.
Oh my god. Oh, we get to go through all that again. Do I lose everything? I do. You lose everything in your inventory when you die. Sheep with a ring covered in blood. It's not skill that makes me effective, it's my... Okay, that'll be useful. Okay, we got the knife again. Clock's in a different spot. This is where we get sloppy. I just gotta... Oh, I gotta search stuff. Can we look in here? Yeah, let's just go through here. Hearty roll. A hearty lye roll with variety of seeds provides a nourishing effect that heals over time. Appreciate Albert and Defeat's mother is German, but why must she be so German? I simply cannot stomach any more pretzel bread. I'm done being polite. Close curtains. Slightly old and dry, but still edible. Scone. Just gonna close those. I don't know what they do. Oh. Okay, so they're mirror enemies. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. Okay, so we have to use it to fight. Whatever. Scone. Where's our health? Is it the skull? Or is it the curse? Whatever. Okay, so we can just go straight out here. I think that's the cross. That's health. Okay, it doesn't look like he's damaging us. He's just cursing us. Which probably isn't good, but whatever. Nope. That's where we came from. This is a restroom. Gauze for wrapping wounds. Heals any bleeding buildup and the bleeding status effect. Why are their corpses bleeding? There's no sign of liver mortis, the blood. Through those foul-smelling and discolored, flows as if it were still in a living body. Okay, so we can hide in the bathtub. I think that thing might come through. Yeah. Let's kill it. It's like the poison things from Bloodborne. Careful with that real estate, we're backed into a wall. There we go. Corrupted heart offering. The enlarged heart of a living corpse. Some of the original cholera victims have slowly grown larger over the years. Their bodies have become twisted and grotesque. Almost inhuman. Is the dream forgetting what they originally looked like? Beast zombie, cholera patient. The dream is usually quite accurate, so why are they so hideously distorted and enlarged? So they have weak boys, immune to poison, but can be bleeded. I think they're tougher than the maid. I think she was like 60 health. That's it in here. Is this where we get killed a lot? No, this is a different room. Baloney. Oh. Hatred consumes baloney. In the beginning, the city had 4 singers, 17 administrators, and 8 barons. Then 3 barons drowned themselves. Next, each baron devoured 2 administrators. The following day, 2 singers hanged themselves. In Bologna, but a handful of singers, administrators, and barons remained. So that's the code. 4 singers, 17 administrators, 8 barons. So 8, 5. Maybe 835. Try that. No. 417, 8. Maybe it's like that. So 417, 5. 417, 5. So 5 barons, 8 2 administrators. So it makes it 10. So 4 7 5. 4 2 7 5. Yeah, there we go. Key to the occult library. Peter has spent a fortune on these silly old books about how to summon demons to do one's bidding. Not sure what they're teaching him at Oxford, but I thought I was paying for a degree in classics, not 13th century magical nonsense written by some monk with an overactive imagination. Well, I guess it worked. That was the second part of that Welsh thing. Alfred Monston of Lancaster was born of modest means. He managed to build a coal mining empire after he was bequeathed a small plot in southeast Wales by his uncle. Like many newly rich, Alfred hoped for a more leisurely, aristocratic life for his children, so off went his twins, Peter and Priscilla, to England for a proper education. In 1869, Mostyn started construction on a country home halfway between the mine and Oxford, where Peter was pursuing a classics degree. So I guess Peter got into witchcraft. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Is there another? Yeah, there's another enemy here. I better heal. How do you... pressing X. How do you... Square? No. I don't... I don't know what I'm doing. Why can't I heal? Can I... I can't use any of these things. Well, the shortcut button works, but the X button doesn't seem to... It just backs me out of the thing. Do I have to stand up to do it? Oh, that's why. Okay. Whatever. We need to go back this way. Oh, that was easy. Little wretch. Filthy wretch has found a way to animate his creepy little dolls. So they're immune to everything but physical damage. Okay. So what, every time you go into a room it changes, or... I just haven't been back this far yet. Oh, this is the occult library, I think. Spirits, Theory, and Practice. The enigmatic Miles Creighton, researcher into the unexplained, gave us the following 5 fundamental traits of spirits. Typically confined to the room in which they died, cannot be harmed or manipulated through physical mechanisms, have been known to assail the living, sometimes causing paralysis, exercise limited influence over the physical world, i.e. making small objects float, visible only in mirrors, or to those who are highly spiritually attuned. So the thing that attacked us near the piano. Spirit Twig. So we can't fight it. So I guess that's what you need the curse candles for, maybe. There are several well-known techniques to deal with rogue or unwanted spirits. Warding candles while lit inhibit their movement. Carefully observe the ghost and sneak past it. Fearing the holy energy of our Lord, spirits cannot be stopped and pushed. Can be stopped and pushed by holding out a Bible. Photographing a spirit will capture it, leaving behind cursed energy on the floor. Curiously enough, warding candles also inhibit the movement of enchanted armor. This is a clear sign that a spirit is the animating force behind such magic. She has a Bible. Margaret. I wasn't expecting to see you so soon. I believe you'll do well in the dream. Let me give you a little gift. This is an old ring of mine. If you die in the dream, you'll lose most of your items, but some blessed items like this ring will survive from night to night. Father. My father is Dr. Robert Blackett, famed American physician turned Welsh asylum owner. Have you heard of the composer Johann Sebastian Bach? He's my father's favorite. Bach was given a near impossible task by King Frederick of Prussia, devise the accompaniment to a complicated melody on the spot. See, King Frederick loved to humiliate visitors to his court in this way, by having them fail at something they were supposedly excellent at. Bach completed the task, much to the amazement of everyone in the room. When I first started learning how to play the piano at the age of 8, my father gave me the same challenge. In fact, he gave me that challenge every day for 4 years. Wow. When finally I had learned enough counterpoint to complete the challenge, he congratulated me for taking 4 years to match what Bach had done in a single night. My father always aspired to match the achievement of his heroes. He just never realized that his hero was really King Friedrich, not Bach. Mother. I never knew my mother. I was born in China in the wake of the Second Opium War. She looks a little Asian. My father says she died in childbirth, but I'm not sure I believe him. I don't think it matters much. The only thing my mother gave me was this face, which was not always an asset growing up in England. You don't look that Asian. Future. My father wishes to pursue a full-time study of the dream. As such, I'll become the only administrator of the asylum. As for the dream, who can say? It has existed for at least 18 years. I suspect it will be with us forever. I only hope my father's research will find a way to banish these wretched living corpses. Oh. Okay. So it's just exposition. Oh, we got a ring out of it. Can we wear 2 rings? Elegant ivory ring worn by Margaret Blackhead, co-administrator of Moston Private Asylum. One learns to be comfortable with loss in the dream, which is a bit odd considering the dream is a place of immortality. Okay, we can wear 4 rings. Cool. Nah, I didn't mean to. Okay, so that's the occult library. Let's explore the rest. Is he an enemy? He's not. Red ring with a painted cross. The color red seems to hold a place of primacy in the dream, perhaps a reflection of ancient custom when man made blood sacrifices to the gods. I can wear 8 rings. Okay. You almost think it was real. Good evening. I'd introduce myself, but people don't generally wear masks if they want their identity to be known. I have been here so long I can scarce remember who I was previously anyways. I no longer have the patience to beat back the ever-growing throngs of animated corpses in this house. As such, I have become something of a merchant. I traffic in all sorts of goods, and my inventory is always changing. What good is gold in this nightmare? Coin is a favor, save for later. Well, we have a coin. We have 18 coins. Since we die... Dial made of dark stones, Roman numerals etched on its face, found in the Byzantine labyrinth. When faced with a difficult puzzle, one can choose to instantly solve it using the oracle. Fortunately, the device breaks in the process. As oracles are quite scarce, their price will increase with each purchase. A maintenance key that unlocks any grandfather clock in the mansion, allowing for the time to be set. Grandfather clocks are quite loud. I used the clock's chimes to attract all 3 to the same spot, then had one of my initiate sisters burn them until they had been properly cooked. What's it cost? Oh, it's worth 10 coins. I'll leave it up for now. Okay. Austin House used to be so beautiful. The best art was sold to support its brief, unsuccessful stint as a cholera clinic. What remains are mostly recreations commissioned by Alfred Mostyn that were deemed unsellable at auction. I have a soft spot for these recreations. I think in some cases they're even more beautiful than the originals. Perhaps I've been living in this recreation too long. Austin House has 3 floors, although the second and third floor have been sealed off in the dream. The first floor is fantastically decorated in the antiquated Baroque style. The second floor was where my family lived and is supposedly even more grand. The third floor is an attic, not somewhere I'd want to be in the dream, as I'm sure it became a truly wretched place. Below is the basement where the servants' quarters were located. Something's gone wrong with the gas down there, as the lights are all out. If you're curious, you can read more about Mostyn House in the Welsh Country Houses book. I'm sure there's a copy around here somewhere. It's a bit dramatic, isn't it? I found this mask in the attic back when it was still accessible. It reminds me of simpler times, of childhood and sunshine. If you notice, it's always night in the dream. It feels like decades since I've seen the sun. Okay. Too bad we can't sell stuff. I don't get the mirror thing. I guess someone will explain it later on. That's the room I keep getting killed in.
Lord Mostyn won't like this. How long has it been?
Shit, come on, open this.
Priscilla?
Wonder if that's the brother Peter.
I forgot to set the traps.
Don't.
Got
Come
you
on.
now. Hold still now.
Go elf door. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to do that. Sulfuric acid, highly corrosive but ineffective in its current form. With proper equipment, could be turned into a throwable jar of acid. Experimenting with acid on corpses is that what you've been up to? I'm paying you to demonstrate anatomy, not to tinker with my laboratory equipment. Zombie cholera patient, corrupted finger. Covering them up with a sheet doesn't cover up the smell, unfortunately. So another standard enemy. That's where he came from, this room. So that's gonna attack me. Alright, let's go to the library. That's not it, it's the next one. The Night Mother remembers. We are her bricks, and blood is her mortar. So this must be the wretch. Filthy wretch we're supposed to talk to. Table for pressing wax. After Mostyn was found of saying he was an 18th century man born in the 19th century. Oh, he was fond of saying. Thus Mostyn House was fitted with the latest technology like gaslighting, had a distinctly Baroque sensibility, notoriously thrifty. Alfred filled the estate with replicas of expensive paintings and plaster copies of famous statues. Upon its opening in 1871, early visitors split on whether the interior was beautiful or tasteless. While Alfred was away during the summer of 1872, disgruntled mine workers burnt his primary Merthyr Tydfil residence to the ground. Worse still, his sister was inside and perished in the fire, having put nearly all his financial resources into the construction of Mostyn House. Alfred had no choice but to move full-time into his country house. Other terrible events soon followed. I can't do anything with him. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Oh, a new visitor to our dream. How exciting. I don't have a name exactly, but most folks around here call me the Filthy Wretch. I consider myself a tutor of sorts in the occult arts. You seem like you would make a fine student. Before we get started, I have one small request, which you might find a bit off-putting. I'd like you to bring me a corrupted finger, freshly clipped from the undead. Now don't look so scandalized, you don't even know what it's for. I suggest targeting one of the sleeping zombies. I appreciate this as an unusual and difficult quest, but I assure you the end result will be worth it. I think I have one, yeah. Excellent, I won't ask where you got it. Now, what I'd like you to do is eat the finger. Just kidding, pupil. Such body parts are a valuable commodity, with many uses in the dream, as in life. You see the stone shrine in the room? A curious ancient thing. Place a finger into its basin to activate it. It will help you remember items you might otherwise have forgotten each night. You'll find shrines like these throughout the mansion. Just as no two people are alike, so are the shrines. Each one will require a different offering to activate. Each new shrine you activate will allow you to remember one additional item. Return to me, people, once you have activated the shrine. Okay. So we have a couple things to offer. But I guess this thing only does fingers. You've unlocked one remembrance slot. So we can pick what we want to remember. I don't know. Probably that's this thing. This looks like a good healing item. Our next lesson will be the casting of spells. You may be skeptical about the existence of magic in the real world, but there is no doubting its power in the dream. Hold this blue scroll, focus your attention on the seal, and imagine it breaking while you wave your hand over it. The seal will break and the magical energies contained within consume the scroll and escape. The blue scroll is a protection spell giving you an invisible suit of armor that will absorb a few hits before dissipating. There is a price, however. Using magic will cause one to be slightly cursed. The effects are numerous. Graying of the skin, an increased awareness of paranormal activity nearby. Next, strange and horrific sights previously hidden will reveal themselves. Everyone has a tolerance for being cursed, which if exceeded leads to a rather rapid internal rotting process. In that case, use a warding candle immediately to reduce your cursedness. Enough prattle, give that spell a try and then see me when you're ready to learn more. Well, that just cursed us completely. We have a candle, don't we? I don't know what the blue part of our health bar means. It seems like we're good. To craft your own spells, you'll need a grimoire. It so happens I have an extra beginner's grimoire you may have. You can use that table over there to create your own spells. Here's a blank scroll. You'll also need to find some wax. Come see me when you're done. I think we have a couple wax. Yeah, we have one of each. So we can make a warding candle, we can make a door hex. Place a hex upon a door, anyone who opens it will be engulfed in a cloud of cursed energy. The effect lingers for several seconds. The hex is only visible to its creators and can be dispelled with a warding candle. I call upon Marbus for his skill in mechanical arts to protect this door. I think that's a real demon name. Armor spell, which we used. I call upon Sabnok to furnish me with a suit of protective armor. Dummy spell. I summon a lifelike dummy of the caster, which will attract enemy attention until it is destroyed. And we've read that before. So we can make... do that. Taught you everything I can for now. To continue your studies in the occult, you'll need to find the first witch in the basement. Here is the east stairwell key. Before heading down, you might want to talk to Margaret Blackett. She mentioned needing something from down there. Be warned that someone has tampered with the gas pipes in the basement. All the lights are out, and the basement is not somewhere you want to be without a light. Small passage under the curio cabinet. Crawl through? No. Oh yeah, sure, why not? Bait out attacks by dodging at the last second, then heavy attack to close the distance. Use a yellow dummy spell to create a distraction attack from behind. Briefly hide under furniture to avoid projectiles or charging enemies. Cast a red hex on a door or wardrobe, then place a doll nearby to attract attention to it. Use sound to your advantage. Fireworks can gather all enemies to a location of your choosing. Running is a good local noise option if you have nothing else. Tailor the rings for combat style. Pen Addendum, April 1891. In order to weed out dull initiates, this manual is no longer to be given out. Like a practice dummy. Evasion Codex, permanent artifact. Describes an incantation to recite while dodging. It briefly transforms a caster into a spirit, rendering them impervious to all attacks. She really thinks rolling about on the floor makes her impossible to hit. Adds a brief window of invulnerability. Okay. Not gonna open that. Moonless, formless paths connect the past and the present. Light this candle to open the path. So long as you do not leave this room, death will return you to this moment. Your body is too weak to activate the shrine. Purge your body of negative stat effects and heal yourself. So I think we have a little bit of curse. Do it now. Okay, so we're like, I guess we'll spawn here if we die. It's critical the initiate activate the shrine prior to beginning training, otherwise the night will be wasted. For successful training, the initiate should activate the mirror shrine, pull the chain to release the training assistant, engage in combat, die, repeat. Explain to the initiate that if they defeat the training assistant and would like to restart, they can take advantage of the Iron Maiden in the room. Addendum October 1891, as initiates are now barred from using mirror shrines, this training is no longer to be used in any circumstances. Sure. So the Iron Maiden will kill us. It's a suicide option. I better equip the knife. Where'd he go? Oh, we still have that. Oh, that's what the blue thing was. It's a spell. Let me do this. See, I want to try the candle, or this thing, I mean. Do it down there, but I want to equip. Well, I guess we can just use it right away. Heavy zombie cholera patient. Offers the heart or the finger. Now here's a proper brute. She got the idea for the shield from seeing Albert all dressed up in armor. So he has higher health, higher poise. I don't want to use that thing. What does the bell do? Oh, that's right, we came from here. I want to go this way. Talk to Margaret. We'll go look for the basement. Now that you're acquainted with magic, I have a favor to ask. There is a powerful artifact in the Moston Mausoleum that may be the key to escaping the dream. The last person seen there was the butcher surgeon. He's a repugnant man my father hired to help with research in the dream. I've heard he was seen in the mausoleum recently, searching for corpses to anonymize. He spends most of his time in the basement, studying corpses in the kitchen. As you are much more able with magic than I, can you venture down there and see if you can find anything out? Be careful, he's truly odious and an unpredictable man. Okay. I want to go back and make more spells then. And I'll just make one of each. Okay. And then remember something new. Unless that will come back to us, I don't know. Yeah, that thing disappeared, so let's remember the health kit. And let me just... Okay, so next time we will head to the basement. Thanks for watching.